Morning to you, Grant. Any idea how today is going to play out?
Good morning, Jane. Thanks for having me on the show. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster of this last week, going from the offer that the company put on the table on Saturday or Friday last week. We're now a week later. Offer hasn't changed much. We don't think that it's a great offer for our members at all. In fact, it takes away a lot of their rights. Because it's a severance package and it severs the relationship between the employee and the company. So if there was going to be an airline that rises from the ashes and there's a new SAA version 2.0, it limits the employee's ability to come back to that company after the 30th of June. So we feel that under normal retrenchment, you would have up to 2 years to be invited back to a company. And of course, there's also a transfer of business, which would give the employees the right to return to this new SAA version 2.0. So right now we've advised our members via webinar not to engage or to sign, but we're waiting to hear back from the company if the individuals will be allowed to sign in their own capacity. And of course, if that's their own decision, then of course we would fully support that.
The business rescue practitioners, I mean, where are they in this? Have they helped or hindered the process? It's confusing there too.
Well, I think I need to just take a step back, and I know we don't have much time, but one of the things we've been advocating and I've been quite vociferous about is that we've had a lack of management and skills in the airline. We certainly haven't had a full-time CEO since Beyond Jarana left in June of last year. Enter the business rescue in early December, and you've got business rescue practitioners who assumed the role of a CEO in running the company. And we still had this now, even, we had a lack of skills before. We now had individuals who'd been appointed who thought they could run an airline. And to be perfectly honest, I don't think they've done a terrific job. Certainly not in the 5.5 months that they've had. There's been no plan. 5.5 billion rand has been spent. We're no further to a business rescue than we were when we started. We've made certainly a lot of offers to the business rescue practitioners to limit the salary bill for the pilots, for example, looking at early retirements, DSPs. These were offers that were put on the table as early as January, and we didn't hear anything back from the BRPs. So from our side, we don't certainly think they've done a great job. And I think that the DPE sees that as well. And the DPE is engaged with us, and I'm sure that's going to be your next question. Where are we at the moment? But I'll pass back to you.
There we go. Where are they at the moment?
Well, the DPEs, I think they've looked at the options on the table. They want to see SAA rise from the ashes or version 2.0. I think that there's a lot of benefit to the country going forward to kickstart the economy. There's a lot of opportunities out there to generate revenue through cargo. And I think we need to get those skills appointed as soon as possible the individuals appointed as soon as possible with the necessary skills to get SAA back on track. It is going to take, there are going to be a headcount reduction. SAA will be smaller. It needs to be leaner and meaner, certainly to exist in this post-COVID-19 aviation landscape.
But, I mean, speed doesn't seem to be on the agenda, does it? I mean, you've also got conflicting reports coming out from the union, so I'm wondering what their role is here while you're telling your members to back off. I mean, are we just going to be hearing more and more South African accents in the skies? But of other airlines.
The aviation landscape is decimated worldwide. So, certainly before COVID-19, there were job offers all over the world. That is not the case at the moment. And I think the Middle East, which is, of course, one of the biggest places that South African pilots went to, is certainly not going to be hiring for the next 12 to 18 months as they recover from COVID-19. So as far as hearing South African pilots, more of them in the air, I think that's going to take some time. But obviously our number one priority is saving as many jobs at SAA that we can, and we're working with the DPE to find a solution. We don't feel that the business rescue practitioner has focused on that. We've seen very little. Money's gone, no plan, and no SAA going forward. Had the company been liquidated a week ago.
Well, we wish you all good luck today. Go on back. Thank you.